is ATHIRAH DALILAH binti ABDUL, matrix number 2020973285. Trade union is an organization of workers who are employed in a trade vocation or industry on a temporary or permanent basis to pursue legal goals, for example, Tenaga Nasional Employees Union. There are three sorts of trade unions. Firstly, public sector, private sector, and employees union. There are also three major factors for employees to join trade unions. For example, firstly, through financial benefits such as higher pay to make a better financial status. Secondly, to ensure their rights such as protection against unfair treatment and job security. And finally, trade unions work to protect workers against social exploitation. The Trade Union Act also establish severe legislation and procedural requirements for the creation and cooperation of Malaysian labour unions to dissuade members from engaging in unlawful actions such as riot. They are also responsible for properly administrating union finances.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Madam NAZRI and fellow friends. My name is FATIHAH binti NAZRI. My student number is 2020950755. Okay, today I will explain to you about legal action, reason, rights of trade union 1959. Legal action is employees have to work with recognized unions to, firstly, negotiate pay and working conditions. Secondly, inform and consult over change at work such as redundancies. Thirdly, make sure that the health and safety of workers is protected. Union reps have the right of consult their members and employees. This means that as a worker, you can have your say about workplace issues. You cannot be pushed by your employee if you join or not join a trade union. In some countries around the world, trade unions are illegal. In some places, trade union activities are intimidated, treated, and sometimes killed just for trying to get fair conditions for workers.
Assalamualaikum and hi madam, my name is NAZIEHA binti NAZRI 2019404686 from AM11005C. So today I want to present to you about the Rights of Trade Union Act 1959. So first is strikes and locks out. In Malaysia, legislation plays a major role in the regulation of strikes and lockouts. The legislature is making an effort to strike a compromise between the necessity to manage strikes and prevent industrial firestorm and the proper acknowledgement of the notion of freedom of association. It is stated in the Malaysian Constitution that all people have the right to organize groups, but Parliament retains the authority to limit that freedom if necessary for reason of safety, public order or morality. No trade union of workers will call for a strike, nor shall any member thereof participate in one, and no employer's trade union shall proclaim a lockout. In the event of a trade union of workers without first securing the permission of at least 2/3 of its total number of voting members, and those for whom the strike is to be called by secret ballot, and in the context of a labor union for employers, unless at least 2/3 of its members who are authorized to vote have given their consent by secret ballot. Prior to the expiration of 7 days after reporting the results of this secret ballot to the Director General in accordance with paragraph 40 brackets 5, the secret ballot again for plain strike or lockout was already declared invalid or has no force and effect. Furthermore, trade union rules are not adhered to in this situation in any case where the minister has given or made a decision, or provided or made a decision under this act, or contrary to or in violation of any other provisions of the act or about any other written law. If a strike or lockout is organized or financed by a trade union that is in violation of subsection bracket 1, the union and its executive members will be guilty of an offence and face a fine up up to 2,000 ringgit or 1 year in prison or both in convicted. Members of trade union of workers who take part in or suffer a strike in violation of subsection bracket 1 shall immediately be expelled from the trade union. They will not be eligible to join any other trade union until the Director General in writing approve their membership in a new union. According to Section 25, Paragraph bracket 6 of the Trade Unions Act 1959, a registered trade union might appear in any civil or criminal case as a party through any of its officers or through an advocate and solicitor. For example, a union representative might meet with management, refer to the management of a member or the staff, or discuss an issue with the employer on the employee's behalf. In other terms, a trade union can advocate on behalf of its member, but it must do so through one of its officials or a proponent or a lawyer. In Malaysia, an example of a legal representative in a court hearing is the representation of in-flight supervisors by the National Union of Flight Attendants Malaysia, NUFAM. NUFAM as a trade union was once represented in a court action by a lawyer, Lim Wei Jit, in 2020. Even if the staff in NUFAM are organised by a union, the company could choose to take no action for a long period of time. For example, Malaysia Airlines Berhad MAB, originally named as Malaysian Airline System, MAS, has previously refused to recognise NUFAM as the union representing MAB's employees until 2015. Since 2015, the year MAB was created, the refusal to recognise NUFAM as a trade union has continued. Additionally, according to NUFAM President Ismail Nasaruddin, other NUFAM initiatives fell on deaf ears in 2019, causing MAS to bleed for years. According to NUFAM, MAS ignored the flight attendants' right to representation by the trade union because they are union members. The Malaysian Trade Union Congress MTUC argued in July 2020 that MAB as a government-linked business GLC should obey the federal court's order and immediately recognise NUFAM. Concerning the resolution of the dispute NUFAM encountered, the federal court's judgment allows for the continuation of the union's recognition procedure within the unions with the flight supervisors permitted to ballot to identify NUFAM as a union.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURELLIZA SYAHIRAH binti Muhammad. Today I want to continue to my friend the last point for the right of registered trade union as stipulated in the Trade Unions Act 1959 is the industrial action. Okay. According to the section 25E, both trade union of employee and employers alike can take action to stop a trade by launching legal strike and lockout. This is mean that the trade union have a power to launching a legal strike and a lockout. However, the provision also states that penalties are enforceable if a trade union can be subject into action if they don't comply with the regulations. Okay. Although the trade union have the right, however, the trade union also have the exception that they need to follow. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NAFIESYA HUZAIRAH binti KALIWON and my UiTM ID number is 2020957005. And today I want to present about the reason for joining a trade union. Alright. First of all, one of the reasons for joining trade union is in the term of economic motive, such as having an incredible network that span the world. Global trade unions such as Industry All, which is count more than 600 union member in 140 countries, can use their million of membership to impress the largest company. At the same time, it will improve the economic sector. In addition, with joining the trade union can get better salaries and benefits. This is because it has proven that workers who are union members earn more than non-union workers. Union use their collective muscle to bargain for better pay, pension, health insurance, sick pay, overtime, and more. Not only that, economic development as a result of the spirit of collective bargaining following the passage of the National Labour Relations Act in 1935 led to discard of faster and fairer economic growth that continued until the late 1970s. Alright, next, among the reasons for following a trade union is the protection of rights, such as self-protection. Once the union got your support, they not only can tell you your right, they also can defend your right as an employee with justice. If your boss or employer treat you unfairly, you can rely on expect support and representation from your union. A union representative is a trusted person to contact when you are not happy or unhappy at work or management is misbehaving. And as the workplace is transformed by automation and robotic, union demanding training, lifelong learning, and social protection for workers to move into a new world of work. Also, in terms of health right and personal safety in the workplace, united is safer. This is because union will not let your employee put their life at risk to meet production target or save the company money. The only people who have the moral authority to accept risk are those who face risk, and the only way to speak out is by holding a union. Which union support you can feel confident and to say no to dangerous work without. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
There are multiple reasons for why people are joining trade union organization. One of it is because of social. In this regards, a union membership is like having a huge group of friends. There's strength in numbers, and union give people from all workplaces a place to join as equals. Members of the unions are also invited to meetings and events, and they are encouraged to feel that they are part of solution rather than being the problem of something in their works. A sense of belonging and camaraderie will also bring out the best in every employee. The union also serves as a tool for bringing people together, not only to promote similar job-related interests, but also to organize programs, functions, and social activities on a regular basis to foster a strong relationship among union members. Employees may be persuaded to join to demonstrate solidarity with their co-workers. Other than that, the peer pressure to join the union, especially if the union is in critical stage of applying for recognition. Joining a union also means that taking a position for future generation, not only for yourself but also for the millions of other employees. Aside from these benefits, becoming a member also gives you influence over the union's leadership and activities, since you will be able to vote on different industrial action and union election, as well as attend meetings and yearly conference. Workers can also benefit from advancement and training provided by unions, allowing them to continually improve themselves and their abilities in the workplace, such as talking to other people to improve their social daily life in working.
Leadership may be defined as a position of power held by an individual in a group which provides him with an opportunity to exercise interpersonal influence on the group members for mobilizing and directing their efforts towards certain goals. The leader at the center of a group's power structure keeps the group together, infuse life into it, move it towards its goals, and maintains its momentum. Workers could not, however, be caused to join a union under Section 7 of the Act. Unions are formed based on the same industry, and if a worker moves to a different industry, their members will be revoked. Fund may be used for the following purpose according to Section 50 of the Industrial Relations Act. A shortage of funds in the union's fund was also filled by the MTUC, which served as an umbrella organization for all Malaysian trade unions. Immigrant employees in Malaysia are also a concern as they are unable to join unions. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, the last is the conclusion. Okay, the conclusion is the right to, in particular, the rules of the TUA 1959, a trade union must comply with all regulations. It should stop all participants from criminal activities, including strike. It is the duty of trade unions to manage the union funds properly and in compliance with union rules and law. Okay, the trade union shall serve for recognition by employers or employers union. Then the Malaysia's Act of Trade Union and Industrial Relations must remain aware of the number of executive employees. Okay. After that, Malaysia's union must be given the authority and the power to negotiate their labor rights with the international counterpart. Okay, in campaigning for changes in the laws or in the establishments of new workers legislation, the labor union or the Malaysian Trade Union Congress, which is MTUC, okay, plays a critical role. So that's all from me. Thank you.